Welcome back to Active Life QiGong. Let's work on our health. Today we're working on elbow pain. Really common complaint, people over leveraging their arms for a variety of reasons, repetitive strain. Do this 7-minute routine and start to work out of that pain by freeing your thoracic spine, your shoulders, and your forearms. Here we go, let's dive in. We're going to start by shaking our body. We can do this by jumping or by raising and lowering our heels. The key here is we want to start to loosen the arm, shoulder, and upper back. When we have elbow pain, even if we don't feel it, we definitely have background tension all down our arms and our shoulders and neck that's adding or creating that pain. You can drop your heels, you can even drop your knees if your knees bother you and you don't want to impact your heel, or you can do a little jump, but just make the arms nice and loose like noodles. Breathing in and out, getting fresh oxygen into our bloodstream. Good. We're going to stand and bring the feet together. The knees have a slight bend, and we're going to turn the hip, again with a loose arm, to slap below the nape of the neck. Now, we don't want to use any arm muscles for this. Just let the weight of the arm and the swing of the shoulders and hips do the work. And if you have tight shoulders, like guys often do with elbow pain, it might be hard to get the arm up all the way under the neck. If that's the case, you can also slap the top of the trap. That's fine too. We have a little bounce in our legs, a little turn in our hips. Trying to make the arms loose. Switch sides. You'll probably have a tighter side. This is my tighter side, so my elbow doesn't want to go up as much. So think about pointing your elbow up towards the ceiling. And feel the stretch in your armpit and your upper back and your tricep. Or again, if you're too tight to reach the bottom of your neck, just the trap. Good. Now let's widen the feet. We'll make a cupped palm. We've done this in a lot of videos. We're going to just pat or percuss or slap around the shoulder joint. So all the muscles around the shoulder. We're going to walk down to the elbow. We're going to rotate the elbow in and out a bit. This actually breaks up stiff tendons and ligaments around the joint. And you can see I'm hitting hard enough to make the skin a little pink. So you shouldn't injure yourself or bruise yourself, but you should feel the impact. Let's go to this side. By the time we get a complaint, a pain complaint, there's so many things that have gone wrong in our body that we've been ignoring or unaware of. Down to the elbow. So to get that pain problem better, we need to go to the root. And the root of elbow pain is in the upper back and the shoulder. And even in tight forearms. So we're going to take a little time to give attention to all those areas. Now we're going to come to the wrist. We're going to grab around the wrist fairly firmly and point the palm towards the chest and then push the palm away. So as I do that, I'm frictioning all those tendons around my wrist. And as we always talk about in our videos, we're practicing long breathing. In the nose for a count of 4, out the nose or the mouth for a count of 4. Other side. Good. Now we've warmed up the ligaments and tendons around the arm, the upper limb, and we've shaken some tension out. Now we're going to rather quickly circle our arm, our shoulder, through a big range of motion, especially the backwards part, up in here. We're going to go fast the first couple times. And do the other way as well. Now when I go backwards, I'm leading with my pinky. So I'm taking the arm straight back and I'm turning it as I get to the top to come around. After we've done a few fast, we're going to go back to the first direction and go slower. What we want to focus on here is reaching out past our fingertips the entire time. So I don't want to slump and just sort of give up on this backwards part. I want to reach out and continue extending through the whole back, all the arm tissues, the whole way around. Just a couple that way. And turn it around. Other direction. Especially important here is this backwards part reaching away from my hips. And you'll notice you get some fatigue in the muscles there. Other side. First, we can keep it loose like we did it before. And swing the arm around. Other direction. You can even do these both arms at once, both directions. So I would recommend doing single arm as well. Now let's slow it down, reaching past our fingertips. We have to stay anchored in our feet here, or else we're liable to get kind of pulled off our balance. And our breathing is usually easiest here to inhale on the way up and exhale on the way down. Other way. So if you're doing this right, you'll notice you're getting some stretching, some mobility, some warm blood flow, and some fatigue in the muscles around the shoulders and upper back. And that's what will fix the elbow. The elbow is a simple joint. If it's hurting, there's too much tension across it. So now we bring the feet back together, and we're going to circle the hands up like we're scooping up water to drink water, but instead we rotate the back of the hands through and back to the bottom. Just follow along with this shape. It's a little confusing to describe, but if you just follow it, you'll get it after a few repetitions. One thing I'll often say is it's like we have magnetized bracelets on our wrist, and they're sticking our hands together, and they have to stay connected the whole way around. And notice we're opening the fingers too while we do this. So we're actually flossing nerves and tendons in the elbow, but we're also getting mobility in the wrist, in the carpal tunnel, and in the extensors of the hand and wrist. Other way. So right after you learn how to do it the first way, you got to switch it and it'll feel confusing again. But if you get lost, just do it the first way again and then reverse that. And we actually, initially you'll just think a bit about this as a simple circle. Over time you'll feel that circle happens some in the spine and upper back as well. So we should kind of feel this circle through the whole body, the whole spine. That takes a little time to feel often. Okay, now we've got to loosen up our thoracic spine. So we're going to rotate the entire spine. The feet go wider than shoulder width, toes forward, and we're pushing the palms down. We've done this one quite a bit. We're going to turn to one side with our hips, our ribs, our head, and our palms are going to press opposite directions. We're going to exhale. We're going to sync up the breathing on this one. So inhaling. You can do this different ways. Today, let's focus on starting the motion from the hips, then to the ribs, then to the shoulders, and then to the head, trying to look at the back shoulder while we push the palms out. And exhale to come back. Our starting position is here, pushing the palms down, inhaling, exhaling, in, out. I'm trying to wring every part of my spine out. And the pushing of the hands, breathing in, helps to twist those ribs more, like I'm pushing a wall on this side and I'm pushing a wall behind me. You should feel your ribs twist quite strongly. You can even feel kind of little cramps here because these areas get so stiff we don't use them much. For any of these exercises, if they're challenging for you or you just feel they're really effective and they're stretching something or working something that needs it, then you can always pause the video there, work on it for a couple minutes. That's a great way to do it. Just 2 or 3 minutes on one exercise and then restart the video. Okay, now we're going to come to our knees for this one. We have to do, because these tendons are so strong in the wrists, we have to do some specialty work in them. So we're going to place the palms flat on the floor, the fingers pointing back towards the knees, the elbows straight, and then I'm going to bend my elbows towards my knees and try to peel my palms away as high as I can before the fingers leave the ground. This is pretty uncomfortable. And I'm doing it, I'm not just lifting my palms, that's too easy. I'm trying to glue my palm down. So I'm pushing my palm down as I'm peeling it back. And that's what makes the change. So let's do 5 of these right here. Just where the fingers leave the ground and back. And here we are flexing and extending the elbow joint. So we're opening it here all the way, straightening that elbow completely, and then bending it. So we're reminding it how to work. Good. That'll feel really intense for most people with elbow pain or carpal tunnel or whatever else. Our last motion, we stand back with our shoulders, our feet shoulder width, toes forward, a bend in our knees. We're going to focus on dropping the arms, opening the elbows, relaxing the fingers, hanging the shoulder and tucking the chin. So making the spine long. We're going to inhale the hands forward, backs of the hands meet. Exhale, pull the lats and the shoulders down to curl the hands back. Inhale. This is another one to just follow along with. After a few, you'll start to get the handle of it. What we want is a very relaxed arm. So I feel in my back and shoulders a lot of work happening, sort of like a cat-cow, but with a spiral motion. And the arms are following along, but my fingers stay spread, palms stay spread. Rounding the back and then engaging the lats, pulling the shoulders down, pulling the shoulders back. The spiral motion is key. It's really a problem in the spiraling fascia from our fingertips to our middle back that causes this problem. This tissue runs from over here to our fingers and it runs in a spiral down our body. When it gets kinked up or tightened or shortened, we overuse one part of it and get friction across a joint. So here we're reminding that whole spiral fascial plane how to operate with breathing, with focus, and with full range of motion. Excellent. End on that one, pause and do a few more. If you like this content, like and subscribe, share a comment, tell us what you'd like to get help working on, and we'll share more QiGong with you to make your life better. Thanks for joining us.